e get some things where you go dey see wey dey happen for Nigeria, you go dey ask yourself, this one na the truth abi wetin dey happen? Abeg, mo una first see this video before I will talk wetin I wan talk.
Ransom. So it's important to underscore that no dime, government is not paying anybody any dime, and the government is optimistic that these children and other people that are abducted will be brought back to their families in safety. The government will not condone abductions or kidnappings or any kind of criminality in that direction.
Well, the minister there, Ayo, also stated that, foreign countries are going to help Nigeria to rescue these children, our students back, and, including the United States, and that, there are a lot of them that are trying to help out, and, they will let us know where they stand. Well, in the meantime, the Nigerian police force have called on citizens to begin arresting criminals so as to help the police force tackle worsening insecurity in Nigeria. The spokesperson for the police force, Olumuyiwa Adejobi, made the appeal on Wednesday in a post on X, charging Nigerians to exercise their powers as a people to curb insecurity in Nigeria. His tweet reads, "Internal security. It requires our collective responsibility to tackle insecurity in Nigeria. Every citizen and resident has a role to play, including me. Section 30 of the Police Act 2020 has empowered you to arrest any suspect or criminal, as the case may be. Then, a community that comprises many individuals has more powers to perform wonders in combating crimes and criminality in our society. Let's all exercise our powers as a people to curb insecurity in Nigeria. I will always play my role as in Nigeria." What of you? Ayo, what about you? Okay. I mean, I don't know how much we can help if we have bandits that are, roaming our forests with AK-47s in the north, and we are not allowed to carry guns. I mean, it's not in our constitution, by the way. And, how are we going to combat this? How are we going to help the police force?
So is this an indirect support of the bill by Senator Ndedunwoko for us to begin to carry firearms?
Maybe, who knows?
Because if we're going to be, exercising our rights to citizens' arrest, and not even starting with petty thieves, but actually talking about bandits, and that's it, right? Then we are in serious trouble, because how many people, even the policemen themselves, the security agencies themselves, have complained in the past that their weapons are not sophisticated enough for them to be able to engage these terrorists in combat, or in perhaps when they come to kidnap or to terrorize the place. But one thing I must mention is that these statements do not give confidence to the Nigerian people to state that this government or this administration has a grasp on the insecurity challenges that we currently face. The first thing I would say, going back to the first story, in terms of no payment of ransom, is that I'd asked the question earlier that if you're going to ask people not to pay ransom, it cannot be the first place we start from. If you're going to tell a parent not to pay money or look for money to pay for their child to be released from being kidnapped, then you have to ensure that the kidnapping in itself does not happen. We've talked about this in the last week. Not only did we report the children, over 200 children kidnapped, but we also had following 60 other children kidnapped. So almost like a slap in the face of the security agencies and the government in itself. So if you're not dealing with the issues and just giving directives upon directives, because that's another directive that's come out to the security agents to rescue the children, after about 1 week, then we're joking. And then you're telling people not to pay ransom. That is perfectly fine, because indeed we don't want to create an enabling environment for the criminals to think that it's a very profitable venture to kidnap children. But unfortunately, we are making the right statements, but not making the right moves. We're not securing our children. We brought up the Safe School Initiative. We're not securing our children. So I think, very importantly, this looks like confusion upon confusion, and it does not inspire confidence in the people that you have security on hold. All right, Dr. Abati, I wanted to take this, but
I do not imagine that Olumuyiwa Adejobi, the police spokesperson, is saying that Nigerians should carry arms and go to Sambisa Forest to do the work of the security agencies. That's not the sense that I understand what he is saying. What he is saying is the same thing that the security chiefs have been saying, that security, national security, is a collective responsibility, and that citizens also have a role to play.
Absolutely,
that's what he said. And that was why he quoted Section 39 of the Police Act. It didn't go further. It should also have quoted Section 40 of the same Police Act 2020. It should also have quoted Section 60 of the same Police Act 2020. The combined reading of it is that as a citizen, if you see another citizen committing a crime, behaving in an unlawful manner, it's part of your responsibility as a citizen to arrest the person. However, you do not have powers to inflict punishment. That would be jungle justice. Section 60 says you hand over the person, and Section 40, subsection 3 also says the same thing of the Police Act. You hand over the person to the police. That way, you are helping the police to do their work. But the problem here is that even when a citizen tries to do private citizen arrest, it leads to controversy. Take the example of the governor of Lagos State. The governor of Lagos State once arrested some people who were trying to rob a motorist, and he handed them over to the police and they were taken to court. People said, oh, is that his job? That he should face his job? That he was acting under the law. The other time, the same Governor Sanwo-Olu arrested one soldier who was misbehaving. People said, wow, you know, he's a civilian. Why will he arrest a soldier? That's an example of citizen action. In 2019, Governor Ambode, as he then was, also arrested, saw somebody misbehaving, and arrested the person and handed over the person to the police. But the problem here is that when the police say the police is your friend, many people don't want to bother themselves. They will say the same police that will go behind to meet the person that the citizen arrested and collude with that person to send them out. So that is where the problem is. As for the president saying no ransom should be paid, we've heard that before. The ransom that he's talking about is that government will not pay ransom. Well, can the government of Nigeria even pay ransom? In Kaduna State the other day, the kidnappers were asking for 40 trillion. That's more than the entire budget of Nigeria for 2024. And in any case, as commander-in-chief of the armed forces, he will not come and say the government of Nigeria is going to pay ransom to bandits. His job is to secure this environment, and that's him reassuring the people of Nigeria that his government can do the job.
All right.
And that's why he has read the Riot Act to the security agencies, and I hope that these security agencies will know that it is their job to protect people. Whether they will be able to do it or not remains to be seen. But we have been given the promise that those 287 students kidnapped from secondary school and primary school, LEA primary school and GSS secondary school in Kuriga, in Chikun local government area, will be rescued. The Nigerian people wait. When they do that, then President Tinubu and his team will have been able to reassure us that indeed government is alive to his own responsibility before Adejobi will come and say we too should start arresting people.
Well, yes, because of the rules, I go mind the way we actually talk, you understand? Now we be say these people, they don't carry them. They go bust enter people's house. People wait there for inside their house, they go carry them. Still yet, the president was supposed to protect them, you know, they protect. This one are the country where be say that they protect animals, but they don't they protect human beings. Yeah? Shebi? So now, the same president will not fit provide security for the people. They tell them, say, even the family where be say they even get something to do, may they not do, say na against the law. Like, I know they understand. May somebody come they explain things. Okay, now these people they ask for ransom where be say you go fit change somebody, like you go fit change a whole community life. I don't understand. Who are they working for? Nigerians, una know it and they try make I talk sha. They work for somebody. When they there will be say no, say yes. This is how to collect this money from Nigerians. There is no way. Country where be say people don't defeat they eat 3 times meal. Neither for they ask that kind huge money may them go bring come. God, if there is God, let 2024 be a life like be the year you will like. I don't know whether I was saying you resurrect or may you prove yourself anyhow, but at least This is too much for we to bear, even as a human being. Because when they beat your neighbor, now then for they beat you. No think say you are left out. No, you are the next.